might be a good time to refresh your feed
Right.
on social media, and that's on YouTube and Facebook. Okay, there is a new post where you can find the rest of the debate. If you are still on the feed from the first debate, that has ended. A new one has opened, so please refresh.
Thank you, Femi. Now we will determine how Ideal Crystal School will debate next week. Pick one. Open it and tell us what side you will debate next week. We don't want to hear the topic. We only want to know your side. Use this microphone, please.
The motion.
Support the motion next week. We'll find out what the motion is next week. The motion for this hour is society judges women more harshly. Oh, Lord. Leave the camera. Oh, my heart. Apologies, Lagos. Sorry for that disruption. Sorry about that. Right. The motion for this hour is society judges women more harshly than men. The contestants for this hour are Div-Help College going head-to-head with Great Solid Rock College.
Now, it's time to meet the contestants. Lagos. From Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos. Make welcome to the duo of Banjo Niniola and Bakari Iniolua. Welcome, girls. How are you doing today?
Hi, very well, sir.
Brilliant. Happy to see you again. Niniola is 16. She's in year 12. Iniolua is 13. She's in year 10. And they are here representing Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos. They beat Freedom Gate Schools, Ifako-Jaye, Lagos, in round 1. The topic on that occasion was reproductive health education should start in primary school. And it took out their opponents. We'll look at the chaperones in a bit, if we may. But in the meantime, let's welcome their opponents from Great Solid Rock College, Meiran Alimosho, Lagos. Welcome the duo of let me call them now. Thank you very much. Ishie Success and Obong-Daniels Johnson. Welcome to both of you. It's good to see you again, Success.
Thank
And you, Johnson.
you.
Welcome. Success is 15. She's in SS3. Johnson is 13. And he is in SS1. These kids are supported by their teammate for Otade Favor, who's 15 and is SS3 as their backup debater for Great Solid Rock College, Meiran. And of course, for Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos, there is Okhaifo Jesu Tofumi, who's also 15 and in year 12.
Right. We're streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Like, share, and of course, comment on the live streams. Remember to follow I Beg to Differ on Instagram. That is Nigeria Info IBTD. One word, Nigeria Info IBTD. These debaters, these contestants were given the topic and their sides last week, 2 weeks ago. They will now tell us how they will argue this evening. The motion is society judges women more harshly than men. We'll start with the ladies to my left. How will you argue this evening?
We are opposing.
You are opposing the motion that society judges women more harshly than men. That leaves Great Solid Rock College with the supporting side. Wonderful.
And in the opening round, a girl will oppose the motion and a boy will support it. We'll see about that. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, time to do battle.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I Beg to Differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back. It's now time for this debate. And it's a debate that confronts a question rooted in perception, power, and the pressure of gender in our world today. Society judges women more harshly than men. Tonight, these young kids ask, do women carry heavier expectations of behavior, ambition, morality, and appearance simply because they are women? Or has society evolved enough that judgment now cuts both ways? Is the balance of scrutiny skewed? Or is it the narrative? Or is the narrative overstated? Are double standards dying? Or are they simply disguised? These four kids from these two brilliant schools, Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos, and Great Solid Rock College, Meiran Alimosho, Lagos.
The motion supporter is Great Solid Rock College. Femi, did you want to add something else?
They can proceed. Let's go straight into the battle.
Wonderful. You've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
Nigerian Great Author Shimamanda Ngozi Adichie once said, "We teach women to shrink themselves to make themselves smaller." Good day, Mr. Moderators, my respectful judges, my worthy co-debaters, and my rival 34 audience. My name is Obong-Daniels Johnson, a representative for Great Solid College. I strongly stand before you to support the motion which says society judges women more than men. The same society that prays a man for success says a woman is too proud. The same society that says when a man speaks his mind and his emotions, he is bold. But when a woman does say she's rude, justice has started. Let it not appear tight. Speak softly. Never can never to climb trees. Let's bring the UN 2023 women report, which highlighted over 90% of the men and women treat the women harshly. Now let's consider the judge of my fellow opponents. They are female. It is relevant to pause that to fair to understand this. Now let's go into the official aspect. When a woman has attained a certain position, she's been mistaken for aggression. When a man does the same, he's celebrated for it. When a man has formed a relationship, he's said to be a player. When a woman does the same, she said that somebody is focusing on the goal. When a man has the ability to have to form a relationship and has the ability to stay outside for too long, he said that somebody is enjoying himself and focusing on the goal. When a woman does the same, she said that somebody is irresponsible. Now let's look at the political aspect. When a woman has the ability to rule or govern a particular place or a particular country, she's been mistaken for agenda, not even looking at the political or financial reforms she wanted for the country. Now let's look at two political icons. Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. She was the former Minister of Finance and she is the current Director General of World Trade Organization. She is a great economist. A lot of critics looked at agenda, not even looking at the political or financial reforms she wanted for the world. Let's look at Oluremi Tinubu, the First Lady of Nigeria, and also a former senator. A lot of people attributed her political success to the political sagacity of her husband, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because he's a big fish in the political sector, which is not supposed to be so. Society has been treating women more harshly, even before your fathers and my fathers were born. In the sense that, let's even look at the biblical aspect. 1 Corinthians chapter 14 verse 34. And the Lord said, women should keep silence in the church, for they are not meant to talk. The commandment is under obedience, who hear the law. So society has been treating women more harshly, even before your fathers and my fathers were born. Let's look at legal instance. Some countries like Nigeria, the Southeast Asia, the Iran, the Pakistan, and the Afghanistan, they choose women more harshly. They judge women for committing adultery. Now let's look at the Afghanistan 2021 to 2023 women report, which highlighted women were judged for living an abusive marriage. Abusive marriage, for crying out loud. Doesn't make sense. Now what a man has never been judged for. Now let's look at the cultural and the religion aspect. Men prefer to give birth to male child because a male child is somebody who should be respected, valued, somebody who should be celebrated and gifted. Now let's look at what the Southeast people say a male child is somebody who inherits the properties of the father. A female child is somebody who is going to be married by another man. Let's look at what the western and the northern region people say. A male child is somebody who's going to inherit the properties of the father and going to record the family surname, while a female child is somebody who should be protected. Now let's look at our marital aspect. When a woman doesn't know how to cook or doesn't marry at this stage, she's said to be a failure. But when a man does the same, he said as somebody focusing on the goal. The impression my fellow opponents are giving me is they are not focusing on the goal. See, don't let us say what is going to be used against us in the future. This is a debate, but let's face reality. Now I drive into conclusions. Nigeria is not only saying society judges women more harshly than men. It is a proof. I drive into conclusions. I'm not here only with facts. I'm here with fair play. I'm not here only with emotion. I'm here to stand up for what is right. I rest my case. Thank you.
Well done. Great Solid Rock College.
He's only 13. Obong-Daniels Johnson, SS1 student of that institution. Well done. We now go over to their opponent, Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos, and to Niniola Banjo.
All right, Niniola, you've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
Our judgment is not always loud. For men, it's often silence, rejection, and impossible standard. Now, this claim may sound emotionally appealing, but it ignores a greater reality. Men experience very immoral and very uncertain expectation from society. I mean, from childhood, men are conditioned to hide emotion, expected to be financially successful, pressure to take risks, and condemn when they fail. This is not mild. This is harsh, unforgiving, and socially enforced. Therefore, it is not only misleading, but quite unfair and, frankly, intellectually lazy to conclude that women are judged more harshly than men. A fair society should not compare burden and pressure and then categorize one gender as being a greater victim. Distinguished chairperson, honorable judges, listeners wherever you may be hearing me from, I am Miss Banjo Niniola, a student of Div-Help College, opposing the motion which says society judges women more harshly than men. Firstly, before I start, I'd like to clarify my stance on this debate. I'm not here to judge or argue about who is judged more or who faces more societal judgment. I'm here to stand on equity. I'm not here to argue about gender. I'm here to talk about the severe impact and clarify the key term, harshly. Equity simply means recognizing both genders and the pressure and societal expectations impressed on them. I'm not exaggerating one than the other. In today's society, there's a pervasive expectations of men to remain an image of strength and stoicism. The narrative goes that they should always be in control, showing no sign of emotional vulnerability, be it fear, sadness, or even tears. This is quite unfair compared to women who are allowed to be emotional vulnerable and yet see our support. Nobody is pushing back for the men when they are broken down. We hear phrases like, why are you a man? Why are you crying? Be a man. Or men don't show emotions, echoing daily in our culture. This reinforces the damaging belief that to express feelings is to be weak. Men are forced into an image of stoicism and strength. True scrutiny, they are forced into this, the invisible pressure put upon them, but because of men are attributed to be strong. These are all stereotypes formed by social construct. I would like to find what a social construct is. These are norms or beliefs that everyone in society collectively agrees on. These are already made. They are historically and culturally defined. They already define what a man or woman will be right before they are born. If you don't follow this, you are supposed to be called a deadbeat. As a woman, the construct just shows that you should be nurturing, polite, and beautiful, and as a man, you should always be emotionally stable, financially stable, and should be the main provider. So social construct defines this and is a key term, and not inherently shows that women are judged harsher. What society fails to understand is that the legal system could go in two ways. If truly women are to be judged more, we will see it to show in the legal system. The criminal justice system also refutes all this claim made by my worthy opponent. To back up this claim, a comprehensive study by Sonja B. Star in a widely cited paper titled Estimating Gender Disparities in Federal Crime Cases, University of Law, Michigan School, notes that after controlling arrest offenses, criminal history, and prevariable charges, it was observed that over 63% of men have longer prison sentences compared to women. They are twice as likely to be prosecuted, twice as likely to be incarcerated, while women receive punishments like probation, community services, and rehab instead of prison. This is quite unfair. Both of them are humans with the same reasoning abilities, yet men are left to rot in prison, while women receive mediocre, or should I say lesser punishments like rehab. Men suffer in prison, having blood running through their veins, but because they have been stereotyped to be strong, and women are seen to be meek and innocent, they cannot commit any crime. Furthermore, the societal expectations of men to be the main provider of the family has caused many harm forcing men to lock up and die in silence when they are facing financial pressures. Imagine a young man working tirelessly to make ends meet, yes, afraid to seek help from the society because society tells him he must be stoic, he must be the rock, the provider. He locks up in silence. The fear, the pressure that is placed on a man is not just a passing sentiment, it's a widespread impact. A YouGov call commissioned by a UK charity in London, known as Future Men, said that 37% of young men feel that the society owes them to a standard of being the main provider, while 49% of adults said that not being able to be the primary main provider makes one to feel emasculated. Honorable judges, my opponents have listed out lists of why women have to be judged harshly. But let us not forget that we didn't even let men to show any sign of vulnerability, yet we have people pushing back for men. Thank you.
Well done.
Well done. Banjo Niniola, 16 years of age, Div-Help, follows to the Lagos. Before her, you had Obong-Daniels Johnson of Great Solid Rock College, Lagos. 2 schools challenging assumptions, testing the weight of fairness, bias, and societal expectations. The battle for a quarterfinal place will continue between these 2 schools right after this quick timeout.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Obiwizi is
by GZ Industries.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact both. Whether you shop in store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi backup page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwezi. That is Obiwezi.
At GZI, we believe corporate success must go hand in hand with community impact. Through our corporate social responsibility initiatives, we've supported lives across Nigeria, from donating protective coveralls to street sweepers nationwide to organizing free medical outreach programs for our host communities. We're committed to improving lives, safety, and giving back wherever we operate. GZI, building communities, inspiring change.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back, and this is the rebuttal round, the round of reflection and refutation. Where does society's judgment fall hardest? Whose examples stand unshaken? Let's go to this round of rebuttals as these 2 institutions switch speakers and go for it.
This round will begin with the motion opposer. Div-Help College, you've got 4 minutes. Your time starts now.
We are not here to argue the fact that women are not joining society, but the fact that the motion oversimplifies societal harmony by framing it as if only women suffer. True, women face gender discrimination and gender violence, but men also suffer harsh discrimination in many domains silently, and these are often ignored in public discourse. Good day, Mr. Chairman, simple law judges, a great timekeeper, code debater, my ever listening audience, my name is Okhaifo. I sit here to review all claims made by my opponent, and time for me to add more facts too. My opponent stated that women are blamed for aggression at workplaces, but men also face workplace judgment. A 2022 APA review showed that men show vulnerability at work and are judged as weak and unprofessional and face social punishment more than women, who also show the same emotion. Also, my opponent stated that about legality. The system judge men more than women. According to UNOCD Prison Brief 2025, men overwhelmingly constitute the prison. They are 93 to 94% of prisoners globally. Women are often given 70 to 80% of child custody, even if both parents are capable. A case study in Lagos happened where a man and a woman were in court. They were asked to give custody of the children. The court simply said the children belong to their mother. Do you think that is fair? When the legality steals against men, how can we sit here and say that society actually judge women much harshly than men? My opponent here also stated the case of spouses are used culturally defined. Culturally defined abroad support this both for men and women and sees this as positivity, so it is culturally defined. My opponent here also stated that women are proud. Little women are celebrated, while men are expected to do what they are expected to do to get a higher expectation. After rebuting all my opponent's points, I can sit here now to also point. Men also face failure harshness. Men are judged when they fail. A woman loses her job, she gets sympathy. A man loses his job, he gets shame. A systematical review shows that unemployed men are judged more than unemployed women. While women face social pressure, men often pay with their lives, their health, not just insults. Their failures are judged with fatal cost, not mere disapproval. So how can we sit here and say that women are judged more harshly in the society? Men face so many things in this world. They are expected to man up, they are expected to brace up, they are expected to find something to do when they lose their job. How can we actually sit here and say that women are actually judged harshly in the society? Men, they say men show emotion. Truly, does men show emotion? Men do not show emotion. Men are expected to man up. Men are expected to keep their emotions inside. Men are meant to keep their emotions in check. Men are meant to be men. From small, we are training children to man up. When a boy cries, we say, "Are you a girl?" We are not teaching them to actually show their emotion, to feel pain. We are actually teaching men that they shouldn't show emotions. I hope with this phone podcast, I have been able to convince you and not to confuse you that the society does not judge women more harshly than men. Thank you.
Well done. She's only 13. Bakari Inyolua Favor of Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos. Over now to their opponent, Great Solid Rock College, Alimosho, Lagos. And that would be Ishie Success.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my fellow co-debaters. My name is Success Ishie, a proud student of Great Solid Rock School. My opponents have spoken, yes, but what they have delivered are statements without spine. Arguments that sound loud but stand on shaky ground. Permit me to rearrange their claim and see why they fall short. My opponents argue that men face societal pressures and emotional vulnerability, but let's look at the bigger picture. In contrast, men face pressures which can lead to mental health issues, but this doesn't mean that women are judged more leniently. According to American Psychology Association, men are likely to face anxiety and depression due to societal pressures and societal expectation. Let's acknowledge these differences and move to an equitable understanding of what societal expectation means. My opponents also said that equity means recognizing one's gender. Is society recognizing female gender? My opponent emphasizes on how men may be over-penalized, but in criminal justice, studies have shown that female defendants face stereotyping, dismissal of victimization of harsher judgment that is not covered in typical chivalry narratives. My opponents also claim that men are pressured with being a provider, but this same society tells the girls that their home is in the kitchen, marrying them to old men. As Ngozi Chimamanda said, we cheat the girls to shrink themselves to make themselves smaller. This same society tells the girls to speak softer, to step back. My opponents also argued that men face abuse, but according to World Health Organization, 1 in 3 women in a lifetime has faced physical or sexual abuse. This is one of the highest recorded form of gender-based harm. UN studies of Nigeria and India shows that widows faces stereotyping and men do not. My opponents also said that men are fixed with societal pressures, but my opponent confuses societal pressures with systemic pressures. Systemic pressures deals with law, institution, and violence. And in these areas, women have faced more stereotyping than the men. Having argued my opponent's points, I'd like to add more additional points to further strengthen my stand in this debate. Behavior judged differently based on gender. A Harvard study shows that 60% of women receive negative personality-based comments compared to the 1% man. Consider Consider Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti. During the Abeokuta Women Revolt from 1946 to 1949, she was harassed and physically attacked while protesting. She was pushed, beaten, and physically attacked by colonial police while leading a peaceful demonstration against oppressive taxes on market women. These men in society saw her as being unruly, behaving like a man, neglecting her home. While Chief Obafemi, on the other hand, gave free education for girls in the Western region, it was praised and honored. If women are doing the same and fighting for female, they are called too aggressive, too forward. Look, ladies, I get it. You are standing here saying men get judged more harshly, but the receipt doesn't back that up. Society doesn't just throw shade at men. It builds a whole obstacles for women every single day. Yes, men face pressures, but nothing compared to the constant harassment, judgment that women navigate just for existing. My opponent is here trying to rewrite the script, but we are here to say it as it is. Yes, society judges women more harshly than men. Thank you.
Well done.
Cheer success, 15 years of age, SS3 student of Great Solid Rock College, Mayron Alimosho, Lagos.
With just one more round to go, this first day of the round of 16 concludes in a bit.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Queen's University Belfast is a leading member of the UK's prestigious Russell Group, the equivalent of the Ivy League, known for world-class teaching, research excellence, and strong graduate employability. In 1845, Queen's has a long tradition of welcoming students from Nigeria into a friendly and diverse international community. Located in Belfast, one of the safest and most affordable student cities in the UK, students benefit from modern facilities, strong employer links, internship opportunities, and global career support. Queen's has dedicated scholarship for students coming from Nigeria. Nigerian graduates from Queen's leave with a highly respected UK degree equipped with the skills and connect.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back, everyone. It's brought to you by GZI and also Obi-Weezy, our longtime partners. Extra support from Fina Trust Microfinance Bank and Multi-Plan Pathway College. You've heard the opening, the presentation, and the rebuttal rounds. Into the closing rounds we now go. It's a last chance for these kids to crystallize conviction, amplify truth, and leave the judges with a lasting impression. Remember, kids, no new angles, only the strongest distillation of each side's case.
This round will commence with the motion supporter, Great Solid Rock College. You've got 3 minutes to close this case. Your time starts. Who will close, by the way? Okay. Ishie will close for Great Solid Rock College. You've got 3 minutes. Your time starts now.
As we conclude this debate, one truth must stand clear. Society judges women more harshly than men. This is not a claim. It's a reality we witness every single day. It is visible in school, on social media, in leadership role, and our daily activities. Women's choices are scrutinized, women's words are questioned, women's appearances are commented on. Men on the other hand are often often overlooked excuse. The judgment for women is heavier, the consequence is sharp. My opponent, both accomplished young women may have experienced recognition, success, or praises in school, but individual experiences do not erase the countless others who navigate their life under this unequal scrutiny. It does not erase the countless women whose every move is questioned, every achievement is doubted, every voice is constantly evaluated through the lens of gender. We're not here to attack anyone physically. We're here to highlight a system, a society that judges women differently, a society that tells the girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller, to step back, to speak softer, tells the boys to dream, to speak boldly. If bias does not disappear for some, can we honestly say it does not exist at all? How can we continue to ignore these systemic pressures that shapes women's life, the constant expectation, the silent judgment, the silent measurements against a standard man rarely face, and all these invisible double standards follow women into their adulthood. As Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie said, we teach the girls to shrink themselves, to make themselves smaller. This is not just a statement, it's a reflection of the invisible courtroom in which women live in every day. Our stance is not angry, it is certain. Our stance is not divisive, it is illuminating. Our stance is not distant, it is urgent. It is real and it demands attention. Everything we have presented in this debate, the examples, the logic, the experiences, points out to one undeniable conclusion. Society judges women more harshly than men. The facts are clear. The reality is visible. The truth is here before us. Let us not ignore it. Let us not deny it. Let us recognize it. Let's move forward toward equality, toward justice, toward fairness. And so we ask, why must women be perfect to earn what a man simply received by being present? Why must a woman shrink herself to fit in a world that that refuses to walk in understanding? As the sun sets on this debate, one truth remains unshaken. The judgment placed on women is not carved by nature, it's crafted by the society. A society we must change, society we must challenge. I'm not just here to argue, I'm here to be an echo of many voices that are afraid to talk with courage and clarity. For truth, for fairness, we stand here unwaveringly, resolutely to support the motion that society judges women more harshly than men. Thank you.
Well done. Brilliant closing. Sheer success of Great Solid Rock College, Meiran Alimosho, Lagos. We now go over to their opponent, Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos. Who's closing?
Okay, you've got 3 minutes.
Honorable judges, I remain my humble self, Banjo Niniola. Yes, my oppositions have listed why women are judged more harshly. Yes, I agree, these pressures exist. They also mentioned about a system. Men are also ignored just because of the system that have been placed since. These are social constructs, I repeat, that have been culturally and historically defined. You said that women are shrugged aside. This have been happening day back. So now they have impute ways to make sure that this doesn't happen again. So now they are facing women more while men are ignored. A woman is allowed to be vulnerable. Men are allowed to lock up and die in silence. A woman issues are talked about. Men are hushed up and talked about. Hushed up and forgotten about with phrases like "Are you a man?" or "Be a man." This judgment is too silent, too deep and invisible, and yet should not be ignored. We have cases of custodial cases and child care support. Women are allowed, yes, they are said to be the nurturers of their children, but when a man and his wife are separated, he's not even allowed to intervene in his child's life anymore. This is so unfair. A man is trying to be responsible, but yet you are saying that a woman is said that she should nurture her children. This is a right. Even the Bible stated it, a woman should nurture his or her children. I'm not saying that men should not also nurture their children, but yes, we should not have men to go through this just because of societal system and things that have been culturally and historically defined. Furthermore, I want to go further to say that I've stated facts talking about legal system. Yes, men are left to punish more because they are said to be strong and strong, while women are said to be meek and innocent. I've talked about criminal cases. I've talked about societal expectations of being the main provider. If a typical man comes to beg for money, he shrugged aside, and the Yoruba will say "Alakpama shishe ole omo kurin kurin," simply meaning you have perfectly fine hands to work. But when a woman comes and begs for mercy, she's picked it and at least giving something. Can the woman also work? Doesn't she have the degree, or can she do something in skills? Why must men be shrugged aside and women be paid attention to? This is so unfair. Women are being taken up in value. A woman just has to do something little and she'll be recognized, and a men will have to do higher than that just because of the system systematic expectations that have been placed for them. Men face pressure in different societal aspects, financial provision, emotional stability. Are you trying to say that a man can't go through tough time in life? A woman can just come and make a false claim about being raped by a man, but because the accused is a man and she is a woman, a whole case would have been made out of it even before getting to court. The man would have been condemned by the society and both by the court unless he's proven not guilty. What of those that have not been lucky enough to be proven not guilty? Their career ruined, everything damaged. As I repeat, this judgment is too broad, too absolute, and cannot just end in one context. It depends on context, depends on the society. You talked about spouse. American supports the abroad people. Americans support that when a man divorces, he should marry. When a woman divorces, she can also marry. This depends all on context and the society and environment. I hope with these few points of mine, I have been able to convince and not confuse you that society does not judge women more harshly than men. Thank you.
Well done, right on time. Right on time, just before the bell went.
Banjo Niniola, Year 12 student of Div-Help College, Oshodi, Lagos. Brilliant debate on both sides. The arguments have been sharp. Bias, expectations, equality, and societal lenses. Now that we're done with the debating, the judges will determine how this battle had gone. Well done for your roles in it, for playing your part, and for representing your school, making your friends proud. Yvonne?
Just a moment.
All right. While we wait for the judges, we'll take one quick final batch of messages.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Hello there. I'm here to tell you about the world-class beverage cans producers, GZI. At GZI, excellence is our hallmark. We produce world-class aluminum beverage cans that meet the highest international quality and safety standards. Our cans are 100% recyclable, lightweight, and designed to keep every beverage fresh while protecting the planet. With state-of-the-art facilities and responsible production practices, we are proudly setting the pace for sustainable packaging across Africa. GZI. Yes, we can.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEOs, Obiwizi is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned alike. Got a new phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk away with an upgrade or a cashback, or in fact, both. Whether you shop in-store or online, at obiwizi.com, you are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service, because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow Obiwizi at Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, or on TikTok at Obiwizi. That is at Obiwizi on TikTok. Obiwizi is spelled O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y. That is O-B-I-W-E-Z-Y.
The biggest debate competition in Nigeria. I beg to differ on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Brought to you by GZ Industries.
Welcome back, and we go straight to Dixon Judge and Coach Yvonne, please.
Thank you, Femi. I'll start with Great Solid Rock College. And I know that you're doing your best, okay, but you have to try to don't pronounce her before words that don't have H. So instead of aspect, you should say aspect. You have to work hard to achieve that. It will take a while, but with more practice, you can achieve it, okay? So don't say aspect, don't say icons. With time and with work, with some good work, you can achieve that. Say success, don't say success. Say success, okay? Enjoy himself. There is nothing like himself. It is him, himself, okay? Himself, not himself. Say church, not shush. Say church, okay? Say senator. Say legal. Don't say the Iran. Iran is a country. There's no the, except the name of the country has the definite article the. Don't insert it. So don't say the Iran. Don't say the Pakistan. Don't say the Afghanistan, okay? Just say Iran, say Pakistan, say Afghanistan. Say co-debater. Not co-debator. Co-debater, okay? Cultural and religious aspects, not religion aspect. Religion is a noun. Religious is an adjective, okay? So you meant religious aspect, not religion aspect. Say contrast, not construct. You said construct. You meant to say contrast. Say equity, not equity. Equity, okay? Also say revolt, not revolt. Revolt. Say divisive, not divisive. Divisive, okay? Also say compare, not compare. Compare. Now, you must work hard to obey the subject-verb agreement rule. All right? So, don't say, for example, widow's faces. You mean widow's face. When the subject is plural, the verb has to be plural. So widow's face, not widow faces. I'll stop there for want of time and come to Div-Help College. Say stoic, not stoic. Stoic, okay? Say stoic. Say mention. Don't use mention with about. Don't say mentioned about. Mention is a transitive verb. You mentioned that, so, and so, okay? Not mentioned about. Also say in society, not in the society, except you're referring to a specific society. But when you use generically, just say people in society, not people in the society. Also, the rule and the point I made about subject-verb agreement rule applies to you as well, Div-Help College. Also say risk, not risks. Risk, okay? There's a difference between believe and belief. Belief is the act of having faith, is the action itself, okay? It's active. Belief, on the other hand, is the act, not the action, okay? It's the process, the act of having faith, of believing in something. So people can have beliefs, not believes, okay? Because belief is a verb. Also say aren't, not aren't. Aren't, not aren't, okay? And you meant to say, isn't blood running through their veins? You said, aren't blood running through their, darling, blood is uncountable, okay? Femi, over to you.
All right, time now for the scorecard quickly. For this debate, the decision has been made and it's by a slim margin of 2 points. Pay attention. Presentation round. Great Solid Rock and Div-Help College. All three judges are judge round 1, a tie. 10-10 for each of the three judges. 30-30 for round 1. Round 2. Chief Judge Chike, ably represented by Judge Hillary, and Judge Ama score it 10-9 each. Great Solid Rock 10, Div-Help College 9 each. Judge Ufoma has it as 10 to Great Solid Rock and 8 to Div-Help College. So Great Solid Rock leads round 2 by 30 to 26 points. Div-Help College trail by 4 points. Into the final round. Chief Judge Chike, scored by Judge Hillary, scores it 9 for Great Solid Rock and 10 for Div-Help College. Judges Ama and Ufoma score round 3.
More conversation.
A tie. Diction scoring. is 10 to Div-Help College and 9 to Great Solid Rock School for your winner. By split decision, 98 points to 96 points. The duo of Obong-Daniels Johnson and the sheer success of Great Solid Rock College, Mayra Limosho, Lagos. Congratulations, Lagos. Congratulations to you. Well done, Obong-Daniels Johnson, and the sheer success.
Here's your topic for the next round. Meanwhile, on YouTube, 55% voted for Div-Help College, and 45% voted for Great Solid Rock College. On Facebook, Div-Help College got 33.3% of votes. Great Solid Rock College got 66.7% of votes.
Well done, Div-Help. Well done. You've been brilliant. We saw you in the first round. We see you again. You get to enter for the second regional finals if you would love to. And that would be another opportunity to qualify for the nationals. Well done. All the best to you, Great Solid Rock College, in the quarterfinal.
That's right, in the quarterfinal. See you next week. Lagos, that's the show this evening. Bye for now. We'll see you tomorrow.
Most definitely. It gets tougher when we come back.
The #1 pink detergent.
It's the choices you make that set you apart from being good to being great. My choice? Nivea Men Deep Body Lotion with Max Tech, powered by Black Carbon. Gives you both dark wood fragrance and 48-hour moisture. And my other top choice for all-day freshness, Nivea Men Deep Roll-On for 72-hour protection and fragrance with
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.